Vibe Check.
You are listening to the Vibe Check Podcast with Steven, Surfer Dude, Solomon. Close your eyes, take a breath, let your troubles unwind. Steven's soothing voice will surely ease your troubled mind. Tune in, let the gentle melodies unfold as his words catch you to a place that's rich as gold.
Tonight the vibes are in the sky. I'm high as a kite with Steven enjoying life.
Tune in and let your calmness embrace as we transport you to a real serene space. Unwind, relax, let your spirit ignite in this chill podcast where tranquility takes flight.
Tonight the vibes are in the sky. I'm high as a kite with Steven enjoying life.
Like, what's going on, dudes? My name's like Steven slash Surfer Dude. Welcome to Vibe Check Podcast, episode number 13. Today's a wonderful and awesome episode. I ain't gonna lie, dude. I've been talking to this broski about doing an episode for a little bit now, and very grateful that me and him have finally, uh, what'd you mainlanders say, like butt heads or no, butt heads is a bad word. I mean check the vibes together, man. Just like vibe out with the coast, dude. But yo, dude, let's get into this beautiful, wonderful podcast, man. uh I'm here with my broham Dooham from Hotbox Taxi, Mr. Andy Broski. What's going on, Andy, dude? You want to introduce yourself, man?
It is Andy. I'm the owner of Hotbox and affiliated with Sons of Anarchy. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, dude, this is like super awesome, man. But so let's before we get into the old, hot box taxi, let's get into the something a little something. Who is Andy, dude? What is give a little a little taste of your background if you don't mind, man. The legal stuff, of
Okay,
course.
all
Keep in
right.
mind, keep in mind.
Yes, of course. Well, according to my driver's license, I'm 92 or 93 years old. I can't remember now. I'm getting that old. I don't sound like it, but it's all right. I look like it. A lot of people like my hair. They, keep it nice and sharp, although it's gray. I ride my bike around. I love feeling that fresh air on me. I like to, take part in community events around the city, and yeah, I mean that's really about it. I'm a pretty basic guy. I like to spend some time about mojitos and stuff, but besides that, really spend all my time with my friends at the Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, okay, dude. So let's like I always say, dude. Let's get into the old meat of this podcast. What is Hotbox Taxi? What is that? If you want to explain that.
Softbox Taxi is the only provider of taxi services here in the city. We have a fleet of local drivers, but also we have some what I like to call experienced drivers who don't most times don't run you over when we drop you off. Um, we drive, you know, a little better than the locals would. Um, but yeah, so it's Hotbox. The name comes from the joints that we give out. We allow people to smoke when we're giving them drives. So that's what, kind of sets us apart. To other taxi driver companies, not that we have any competition. However, um, we also provide other services such as charters. And we also have a pretty popular festival bus that seems like businesses and gangs and other groups of people like to rent out to host their parties and stuff with.
Oh, okay, dude. That's okay. So that's where all those big party buses with the music and the big skull. Okay, so it's you guys I go for that. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. And so what you're
Yeah,
trying to say, to go like to touch on a little bit of basis, so what you're trying to say is that's why the experienced drivers charge 250 a drop off, because of the fact of their experience compared to the others. Okay, that makes sense. I'm gonna guess that's like,
yeah,
I'm guessing with that.
that's yes. We kind of like to charge for your personal safety. I mean, personal safety is not cheap, so that's where that 250 comes from. But it's really up to the driver's discretion. Sometimes, you know, we understand that sometimes 250 can be a lot for just a ride around the block. So, you know, we're known for letting people, just skip on the invoice. But we do like to charge the 250 for any rides that are more than a couple blocks.
Oh yeah, of course, dude. You know, at the end of the day, man, Jabrowski's gotta make some money too, man. But so with us, like, getting this information about this, um, how do, like, like, what for, like, the broskies that are like interested in wanting to work for this taxi service company? How do you acquire a job, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, so Hotbox is one of those companies. We're always looking for drivers, and it's also a pretty good job for new flies or people that are pretty inexperienced with the city, because really it provides you opportunities to learn your way around, but also get to know people. I know that my phone book is absolutely massive because I like to save numbers of my customers. I like to get to know them and ask them what they're at for the day. And you hear some stuff, you see some stuff, but that's part of it. Whatever's set inside the cab is stays inside the cab. You know what I mean? Uh,
Of
but
course,
yeah,
dude.
so
Of
if you're
course.
looking for a drive, a job, really, you can either reach out to me, Mr. Andy Otterfella, either by text or by email. But we also have some other employees, such as Lucas Combs and Tyler Chase, who are both active managers and a co-owner, who will also happily hire you on. So, like I said, there's really not that much to it. We're an A to B sort of thing, simply providing a joint and then invoicing the customer. And let me tell you, our drivers get paid pretty well sometimes, because not only do they get 100% of tips, but we also we're very competitive with their pay, and there's also other incentives for drivers to get some extra bonus cash, in terms of signing up to do a charter for a business. And we also do driver of the week, so you know whoever provides the most rides in a week will get another couple dollars in addition to their tips. And you know it depends on who you're driving, but there's some people, they're money bags. Like I'm after getting $10,000 for an A to B trip sort of thing. So it really depends on who you're driving.
Oh yeah, of course, dude. Some broskies, they really care about their, broskies getting them to point A to point B, because at some points, it's a little dangerous on some of these streets. I can test myself. But so all you gotta do to, if you ever looking for a job, just contact you pretty much, like try to find you, or find one of your
Yeah,
workers pretty much.
yeah. So I mean, we always have an ad up when we're on the clock, so you can either find me, or you can just simply call us on the Yelp pages. Really, any driver you can call, and they'll just relay the message if they can't directly hire and train you. There's really not that much to training. There's only one role. We only have one regular driver. We used to have junior and senior drivers with different pay rates, but just in an effort to streamline everything, we just put everything to drivers. So as soon as you sign up, you'll be receiving the same competitive wage that everyone else is.
Okay, so everyone's created equal pretty much, besides you yourself as the owner, that I'm gonna guess doesn't really receive much at all.
Exactly, exactly.
Okay, yeah, dude, that sounds like super wonderful, dude. With that being said, though, dude, what's the future of Hotbox Taxi? What's the, if you want to give a little, little secrets or whatever you want to share, dude. It's up to you.
course. Well, listen, this is exclusive only to your podcast, so
Oh shit, oh shit.
I'll give you a few things that are in the pipeline. So we're talking with some bars, or will be, about providing some executive transport. Well, and we're also talking with Secure Serve. Sorry, we will be. I keep saying we are, but we're not yet. About providing these executive transport. So not only will you receive joints, but you'll receive free alcohol, potentially food, but also um, security during your transport. So this is good for people who may be attending court or may just be high risk individuals. They know they got people after them. They need to get perhaps from their house to pillbox or vice versa. So that's another opportunity we're looking into. Another one is offering some delivery. We're working with Kai Fra to provide a delivery up there from Gabriel's. So that'll help individuals, but also businesses to get their ingredients and stuff in a jiffy. And again, we'll
Okay.
charge the same 250 rate, so it's the rate that everyone's familiar with paying. And the last thing that I'll spill is that we're looking into memberships. So people will be able to pay a flat monthly fee and potentially receive not only regular rides, but a limited number of upgraded um, executive rides that will include the security and alcohol. So yeah, there's lots of things coming for Hotbox. I'm super excited. We got some new management in. Um, we had a few rough weeks there with transition of management, but I'm happy to say that right now we're as stable as we've been, um, and I'm super excited for the future of Hotbox.
Oh yeah, of course, dude. And of course, I'm gonna also spill. I'm gonna spill a little bit of tea. That's what you brohams or mainlanders say. But I am just gonna state I can't express the whole idea because I have been in talks with Mr. Andy here, sir. Is possible segments in the future of me and Hotbox colliding with a couple ideas I got of that, but like I said, I can't spill all the tea because then if I spill too much of the tea, then there's not much in the glass. So,
Of
but
course, of course.
but with that being said, though, dude, Andy, you want to shout out or say anything else to the wonderful and beautiful podcast at all, man? As we wrap this
Yeah,
up.
of course. Well, first of all, shout out to all the customers. We appreciate you calling Hotbox, sometimes waiting and being very patient. We appreciate that. Our drivers sometimes get busy, but know that customers are our first priority. Thank you to the businesses that use our charter and festival bus services. Thank you to the management that are so committed to Hotbox and helping us thrive. And Mr. Solomon, thank you for having us Hotbox on for today's podcast.
Like I said, dude, and I know I've told it to you, and I said it to some other broskies as well. At the end of the day, the special guests that do come on these wonderful and beautiful podcasts, you guys are you guys are the episode. I have nothing to do with I'm just here to vibe out and just, answer or ask the questions as a way of, especially for broskies that don't know certain information, you know, or more of a sense of like broskies that are just new that want to figure out certain things or are always super curious on, oh, how can I get a job, oh, what's this business about? Like that's what this beautiful and wonderful vibe podcast is about. It's just chill vibes, We're chilling right now, sitting on some sand, drinking a couple cold ones, or smoking a little bit of a little bit of that bud, just vibing out the
Hell
whole
yeah,
time,
hell yeah.
man. But yeah, dudes, with that being said, though, man, we're gonna hit a little wrap on this episode of the Vibe Check Podcast, episode number 13. Yeah, dudes, we're already up to episode 13 already, man. I just want to give a quick shout out to all the brohams and all the vibe checkers out there that are listening in to this beautiful, wonderful podcast from episode 1 to episode 13. I love all you broskies, man. Always vibe out, always, just relax and chill out, man. And just have a beautiful and wonderful day, dudes. Like that's all for me for this wonderful day, dudes. Like, saw, dudes. Like, peace out, man. It's deuces, man. It's like, see you later, man. It's deuces.